Assalamu alaikum, hello everyone, this is Rokun and welcome to Free English. In this video, we're going to talk about silent T. T has a variety of pronunciation and silent T is one of them. So let's talk about this. I'm going to go to my screen to show you some examples. So I'm going to try to make you understand that with the sentence and then the word. So the first sentence is, but for now, I'll finish it here. But for now, I'll finish it here. When we say, but for now, I'll finish it here, that time we pronounce that T. But when we add this but with that, with the full sentence, we didn't put any comma there, that time American people pronounce this word like this. But for now, I'll finish it here. So this but and for is going to be one word together and T will be totally silent. And it will be like this. But for now, I'll finish it here. Let's go to the second example. So I'll definitely do this in time. I'll definitely do this in time. So this definitely, this T here will be totally unpronounced, silent T. So how do we pronounce that? Definitely. Definitely. We don't say definitely. We say definitely. So I'll definitely do this in time. Let's go to the third one. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So most of the people pronounce this T and the U sound together as a cha sound, like nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. But some other people pronounce this as nice to meet you. The T is silent here and me and you will be one single word. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, man. Let's go to the next example. What kind of job is that? So when we what kind of job is that? So what kind of job is that? When we try to say this, like what kind of job is that? It's very hard and then it's not natural. So what American people do is what this T, they keep that T silent, and what and kind, those two words will be, they make those two words one word together. They keep the T silent and make those two words one single word. What kind of. And this off, they pronounce this, instead of this off, they pronounce A there. So what kind of. So what kind of job is that? So what kind of job is that? That will be the pronunciation of what T here. T will be silent. What kind of. What kind of job is that? Hey, what kind of job is that? Let's go to the next one. I'll get you some drink. Hey, I'll get you some drink. So some people say I'll get you some drink, and other people say I'll get you some drink. So T is unpronounced here, silent, and the other pronunciation is T and U sound make together a cha sound. Get you. I'll get you some drink. If we go to the next one, I'll let you know. But some other people keep this T unpronounced, silent, and they say, I'll let you know. Hey, I'll let you know. So both of them are correct, whatever you are comfortable with. But we're talking about the silent T here. So let's go to this. Okay, so whenever a word is ending with this 4 letters, STLE, FTEN, STEN, TLE. The first word often is ending with FTEN. So that this will be often. But once there was a time people used to pronounce this T. And after that, people started not pronouncing that T, keeping it silent often. But nowadays, people are using both pronunciation, often and often. Let's go to the second one, which is ending with FTEN, and that will be pronounced as soften. STEN. The third one is ending with STEN too. So, oh, this one is FTEN, FTN, and the, okay, so this will be listen, listen. Let's go to the next one, fasten. This is ending with STEN too. And the last one is castle, STLE, STLE, castle. Sure. So often, soften, listen, fasten, castle. There are some other word which is ending with STL and FTL, like lastly, STL. So we can put Y here. Lastly, softly, mostly. So you will probably hear some people pronouncing this T, lastly, softly, mostly. So we're going to talk about some other word which has the silent T, which is the silent T. First one is center. We say center, but when you use this word in a sentence, if you say center, that makes that sentence, less natural, and then make it harder to speak faster. So American people, they try to say everything faster in a easy way. So that's why they say center. So they keep that T silent, center. So center of the mosque, center of the country. But if you say center of the country, that makes it hard, right? Center of the country. So center of the country. Instead of we are pronouncing A there. So center of the country. International. So if we put this in a sentence like Shah Jalal Airport is an international airport. So it's making, if we pronounce this T here, this T, if we pronounce that makes the sentence less natural and make it harder to speak, right? So that's why Shah Jalal Airport is an international airport. Shah Jalal Biman Bandar is an international airport. Let's go to the next one, internet. My internet connection is acting crazy. But if we say this, my internet connection is acting crazy, that makes the sentence easier, right? So we always focus on making something easier to speak. Okay? Internet. Let's go to the next one. Interview. I went for an interview last day. So if it's making it's making hard to speak that sentence, right? So if we keep this T silent, then it's gonna make the sentence more easier. So I went for an interview last day. I went for an interview last day. I went for an interview last day. Probably you're noticing that I'm not pronouncing the when, the T, and went. I went for, so I'm not pronouncing this T too. I went for an interview. I went for an interview yesterday. Let's go to the next one, printer. The printer is not working, but American people say most of the time, printer is not working. Oh, okay. You were probably noticing this one. Let me write it down here. Not working. So if we say this sentence here, I'm not working today. Hey, I'm not working today. I'm not working today. How we can make this easier to speak? I'm not working today. I'm not working today. So American people say this sentence like this. I'm not working today. So this T, they're making this T as a flat T. I'm not working today. And then this T, they're keeping it silent. I'm not working today. I'm not working today. I'm not working today. So that's how they make it easier to speak, and then they make it shorter. They connect the word, and then they do a lot of reduction. So let's go to the next word, 20. We say 20, But American people say like this, 20. Next one is winter. So winter season is my favorite season. So this winter, the American people say winter season is a good season. Winter season is my favorite season. And this one is Atlanta. Atlanta is a state name. So they don't say Atlanta. They say Atlanta. That makes it easier for them to speak that word. Atlanta. So Atlanta is a state. Atlanta is a big state. Percentage. Okay, so what percentage of the profit you are asking for? What percentage of the profit? So if we say what percentage of the profit you are asking for, that makes, longer. And if we say what percentage of the profit you are asking for, that makes it easier, right? Okay, so let's go to the next one, entertainment. So watching television is one of the entertainment. It's being longer and it's making it harder to speak that sentence. So what we should say, watching television is one of the entertainment. So we're not pronouncing this T here, entertainment. Okay, let's go to this one, fantasy. So Fantasy Kingdom is a beautiful park. That's an example, right? So if we keep this T silent, that's gonna make that sentence more easier to speak. So Fantasy Kingdom is one of my favorite park. Fantasy Kingdom is one of my favorite park. Let's go to this one. Accounting. Accounting is my favorite subject. I hate accounting. I hate accounting subject. But they say accounting. I hate accounting subject. Let's go to this word. American people don't pronounce this T here. They say it's not Christmas, it's Christmas. Let's go to this one. This word is related to banking, mortgage. A lot of the people, they're not familiar with this word and this T pronunciation here. So they pronounce mortgage, but actually it should be pronounced as mortgage. The T will be totally silent. Let's go to the next word. Mostly. So people who are not familiar with this silent T in American English, any other pronunciation, they try to pronounce every single letter in the word. So that's a wrong thing. So this word will be mostly. Exactly. It's not going to be exactly. It will be exactly. T will be totally silent. Exactly. That is exactly I'm trying to tell you. Let's go to the next word, bankruptcy. So this bankruptcy, this T will be automatically silent. Bankruptcy. Let's go to the next word, identification. Identification. American people pronounce this word as identification. Identification. They keep that T silent. And the last word is sentence. Okay? These American people even make this word shorter by keeping this T silent. Sentence. Most of the sentences we talked about was with T letter. Okay? That's all for today. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you understand what I tried to show you. So practice this word, practice this sentence, watch movies, and try to see how they are pronouncing this T and where are they pronouncing this silent T. I'll see you in the next video with another pronunciation of T. Allah Hafiz.